Hey guys, today is May 9th and the trip is just about over. I'm going to be here one more night with Rob. Scott will be leaving here probably in about an hour. So we're just kind of going to do a little round table and discuss what we've got to experience, the last couple of nights. And this ought to be interesting because we've had some pretty cool stuff. Um, but I'm gonna turn it over to Scott here in just a second, and um, give you his side of the story of what we've experienced, since they've been up here. So, oh, there I go, moving high speed again. Go ahead, Scott.
Um, anyway, awesome. Been an awesome trip, awesome experiences. Had to experience my first colored twinkle light and my first orb experience and my first eye glow. It's a green eye glow. It's the craziest thing. Anyway, we're just sitting, we're sitting in the, our standard, we're sitting in a circle and everyone was kind of looking in a different direction and I was looking one way, Kevin was looking the other. My first orb experience, um, he specifically had a feeling of, hey, someone's standing, someone's behind me, and he said, hey, can anyone see anything behind you? And I turned my head and I look, and I didn't see anything, and then probably I would say within a minute, 30 seconds, I saw a red orb go up, and then all of a sudden just vanish, and it was a really cool experience, and the eye glow. Saw the eye glow come from behind a tree and actually saw it move. It went like went down, like it came out from behind a tree, went down, went back up, and then disappeared. And I saw it for probably a good 15 seconds, and I had seen it multiple times after that. Not as long, but multiple times after that, which was really an awesome experience. Um, Trying to think, and then standard, branch breaks and or you know movement in the middle of the night and things of that nature. And the video that Kevin posted the other day, the my first footprint that I've seen out in the woods. So that was a really cool experience. Um,
Yeah,
I
and,
think
and,
that's
and and just to touch on, I was sitting almost about where Scott's at right now, and I just had this absolute distinct feeling that somebody was standing directly behind me to my right. And, so that's what I asked. Do either of you see anything behind me or to my right? And, they couldn't see anything. And it was shortly after that, Scott goes, wow, I just saw an orb. So he's describing what he saw. And, yeah, so that led some credence to, me feeling that there was, something right behind me. And so that was kind of a double confirmation there. Scott got to see his orb, and the fact that I felt the presence right there behind me. Um, so that was pretty awesome. And so we'll come over to Rob for a second, Mr. Shades.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
It's like these
Uh,
like the fans.
yeah, the fawns. Can't see my eyes squinting. Um,
Slide my chair a
I
little
guess to
bit.
do the just the major highlights. I mean, I got here late. I wasn't expecting to come here Thursday night, and got here and talking to these gentlemen, and we were just kind of in a circle. And just when we started talking, uh, between us, actually directly between me and Scott, I saw the brightest red light. I thought somebody had a laser, but it was about as big as your pinky nail. But it was just bright, and I looked down, and then it was gone. And I looked, and nobody had a laser in their hand, and I'm like, any of you got anyway? So that was the start of the evening. It was really bright. But the other highlights was we did find some footprints. Me and Scott were at the back of my truck, just talking about something, and we heard this huge crash uh, in the woods down below, and I mean it sounded like a vehicle just plowed into different trees, and and we looked down there, we looked at each other, and with disbelief, we looked back that way, and we're like, let's go. Oh, sorry, I was cooking. I turned my food off, and down we went, and found that I think he's gonna post the footprint thing. We found that footprint. It's huge. I mean, the footprint I found was big. This was it. That one fits in it, but so that was like okay. And the other major thing, which still got me, I was sleeping, and I kept having this reoccurring dream, and it was a dream, right? I'm sleeping in the bed in the trailer, and I can't remember if my legs were up or down, but whatever they were, I wanted them the other way, and I'd straighten them out, and it'd be like I'm rolled over my back, and I'm like, no, I don't sleep on my back, and I roll back, straighten my legs out, and it's like, no, don't do that, and I'm out, and I wake up again, and it happens again, and again, and again, and I don't know how many times it happened. I would say 8 to 12 times or whatever. I mean, it was a fog, but I don't remember it, and it was crazy. And I roll over my back, and I don't sleep on my back, and I roll back over. Don't do that, or no, or stop, or something. And then at the end of the last one, as I dozed off, whatever, I heard a click, and it was a massive click, like somebody put a megaphone right up to my head and did it. It was that loud, and I woke up, my eyes just bugged out, and I was like, did I hear that, or was that a dream? And next thing you know, I was out. Done. So in the morning I said, Kevin, I had these wild dreams and this super loud click. And he, the video recording and stuff, or the audio recording, I mean, and sure enough, he goes, come over and listen to the headset, and I heard that, and chills went down my back. That was the click. His recorder got it, but it was like, it was right at my head. It was just loud. And I'm like, chills just went down my back again a little bit, but it's like, I don't know. It apparently wasn't a dream if his recorder, audio recorder got it, but something different always happens up here, which is cool, but it's always, anyway, that's the bulk of me right now. That's got me perplexed. But maybe I guess I was visited. I don't know. I had to be visited or something, but I wasn't cooperating. Because I had a muscle that's kind of pulled in my stomach. It was strained or whatever. It was just hurting. And it's gone now after that evening. So maybe I don't know if they did something or not, but that was crazy. That click was so loud, and it was like it was right next to my ear.
Yep. Last night we did have a pretty good light show. Let me get this spun around here. But yeah, I'll start off before Scott and Rob got up here Thursday night.
I want to zoom out a little bit.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, because you.
Oh, that's the wrong way. That better?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. The night started off really well. Well, I'm going to back up. There's a video that I posted before this. It's about 2 minutes long, where I'm talking about the activity that I had during the middle of the day. And it was really cool because right after I made that video, I got power zapped. I got pinned to my chair, and that's the very first time that's happened to me during the daytime. And and it had kind of a familiar feeling to it, and I just kind of brushed it off, and so I went about my day, and then that night I was getting I had the most knocks I've heard in one single night, and they were all right around this area. I mean, the farthest one away, I would guess, was probably about 150 yards away, and if memory serves me correctly, it was 6 knocks that I had. So that's the most knocks that I've had in in one single sitting. And so I was real happy about that, and and had a couple of pretty good zaps, and just really good activity. I saw um, two shimmering images. I think it was the same one, but I saw it twice. The first time I was like, maybe I didn't see that, and then when I saw it the second time, I absolutely knew what I was looking at. And so I was pretty excited about that. And about 9:30, Scott come pulling in, so it went quiet for a while, and we got Scott's camp set up, and we started to sit for a little bit, and I think we'd seen a couple of twinkle lights, if memory serves me correctly, and then Rob came in, and we got him set up, and I think it was about 12:30 when we finally called it a night. And so then yesterday we just kind of horsed around throughout the day, and found the footprints, and or that footprint and some other stuff, and so we just made the day of it, and then last night, man, it got last night was a good night. I got hit. I had a couple of what I call the little hello tingles, and then I was standing up, and I got mind speak that I need to sit down. And I was like, okay, I'll sit down. And so I told Scott and Rob that it wasn't my decision to sit down. I was told to sit down, and so I sat down in the chair, and I kind of laid back in it, and I got hit with that massive euphoria, of peace and love and serenity, and I was just in the deepest, calmest state that I've had in a while, and I immediately, after it had happened, I was like, I know who that was. That's Indy, and because there's a familiarity to it. I can't explain. Kind of like Rob said. You know somebody by the sound of their voice. So it's kind of similar to that, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but I knew who it was, and I knew who was around us, and how many. The Indy's family of 8 was here. And we were having a lot of good stuff going on. At one point, I had got up and walked over to this tree right here because I saw a shimmering image go behind it, and I absolutely know I saw it, and I just kept seeing this unusual distortion. And so I got up and walked over to the tree, and it was like a reflective glow of a fire on it. And I asked, hey, one of you guys, can you come over here and see if you're seeing what I'm seeing? And it was just really weird. I touched the tree, and I didn't see that reflection or whatever it was I was seeing on my hand. And so I walked over to 2 other trees to see if it was just a play of the light in my eyes, and I couldn't see it anywhere else, but I could see it on that tree. Yeah, so I'm still a little perplexed about that one. I haven't had that happen to me before. And I'm gonna swing back over to Scott, because we both saw it last night. But he'll, I know he talked about it a little bit when we were on our last camping trip, but we're gonna bring it up again. The smoke.
Oh, yes, saw that again. Just like the last camping trip, it's like it was like a haze, like a smoke drifting past my face. And again, I asked Kevin, "Hey, you have a cigarette lit up?" And no cigarette lit up. And Kevin saw it. Kevin saw it this time, and it's just like it's weird. It's the weirdest thing. It feels like you're in like there's a fog in front of you, and it's drifting past your face. And but you know there's no fog. It's not, you know, not cold enough for fog. It's just it's really a unique experience, and I was seeing it on and off, like it would just go away, and then it would eventually, you know, come back, and it was just a really unique experience, and I was surprised I experienced it again. I didn't think I was going to experience it again, and sure enough, I did. It's like, you know, one could have been standing in front of me, and I had no idea other than seeing the fog, you know, fog or smoke or a mist, you know, just kind of drifting in front of your face.
Yeah.
It was a unique experience.
Yeah, and like our last trip, as this was happening, I saw a twinkle light at ground level right in front of me, the same position it was that I saw it on the last trip when Scott was seeing the fog. And you know, this is the first time that I've seen, you know, and I'm sure it was just a shimmering image, but just, you know, in a different state, or you know, I don't know how to explain it. You know, I've seen the area like over at Squatch Camp. You know, Chuck, does it look foggy out to you? And I was like, yeah, it kind of does. And but this was right in my face. I mean, I mean, it was like right here. And you know, so I thought that was pretty cool. You know, that was you know, a little different from what I'm used to experiencing with the shimmering images. So you know, I don't know if it's one and the same, or if it's different, but you know, just another experience. You know, just another puzzle piece being put into the puzzle to, you know, try and make the picture of, you know, exactly what's going on with all this. You know, I've stated my theories and my thoughts on it, and you know, so not really any need to rehash any of that. But we're definitely loving the experiences that we had, and you know, really looking forward to what Rob and I get tonight, and you know, maybe we'll shoot another video in the morning before we take off out of here. And
no trailer.
Huh?
No tent, no trailer.
Yeah, we're I'm gonna have everything packed up, so I'm ready to roll it. You know, first thing in the morning, everything but my cot and sleeping bags. So we're gonna be sleeping outside on the cots, which is what I normally like to do, and I haven't done it for a while. So to be out on the cot tonight, and I'm fully expecting that I'm gonna get touched again. Oh, I love it. That's weird. Any closing thoughts on this video, Rob?
No, I'm good.
You good?
I'm good.
Scott, you got any closing thoughts?
Lots of firsts for me this trip, and I enjoyed it. It was it seems like I've had a lot of firsts. Every trip we go on, something new happens, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited for the next trip up.
All right, everybody. Well, that's it for this video, and there'll be more coming, so we'll give a quick pan of the area. Peace out.